let's talk about something that so many of us deal with at work. That feeling of being totally in the dark, confused, maybe even a little ignored. It's this quiet frustration that can mess up projects and even slow down your career. And it all starts with one simple, maddening thought. Yeah, that one. This one little sentence can pretty much define your entire job, right? It can turn what should be a straightforward task into this guessing game where you're just hoping you're on the right track. If you're nodding along right now, trust me, you are not alone. But this is way bigger than just being frustrated. This communication gap, it has real costs, serious, measurable costs, for you, for your team, and for the whole company. So let's just dive right into the real-world damage. We're going to look at the actual data behind all this silence, and honestly, you might be shocked at just how high that cost really is. Okay, get a load of this number. A Gallup poll found that only 13%, that's barely 1 out of every 8 employees, strongly agrees that their bosses communicate effectively. That means the huge majority of people are just trying to do their jobs without the information they need. It's kind of wild when you think about it. And here's where those feelings really hit the bottom line. This isn't just about being annoyed. Look at this. A study showed that 44% of people blame poor communication for project delays and even outright failures. 31% say it leads to low morale, no surprise there. And get this, 18% say it actually results in lost sales. So yeah, this is a big deal. So why? Why does this happen so often? Before we jump into how to fix it, it's really important to get to the root of the problem. Most bosses aren't mustache-twirling villains trying to make your life difficult. They're just people, and there are usually some pretty common reasons for why communication just breaks down. So which one of these sounds familiar? Maybe your boss is new to the job and they're just not confident yet. Or maybe they're a classic introvert, great at the work, not so great with the talking. Oh, and we all know the waffler, right? The one who talks and talks, but you're still not sure what they said? Or maybe they're just completely swamped and communication falls to the bottom of their list. And then there's the opposite problem, the info dumper, who just gives you so much information that none of it sticks. And this, right here, this is the whole thing. It's the disconnect between intent and impact. Your boss's intention is probably harmless. They're just overwhelmed, or short on time, or not confident. But the impact on you is huge. You're left feeling blocked, totally unsure of what's important, and yeah, frustrated and demoralized. Getting this gap is really the first step to closing it. Okay, but here's the good news, and it is really good news. You are not powerless here. You don't have to just sit there and wait for your boss to magically change. You can actually be the one who fixes this. So let's open up the toolkit and look at some practical things you can start doing, like today. We're about to walk through 10 concrete, actionable steps. This is all about empowering you to go from being a passive victim of bad communication to being the active driver of clarity. It's about taking back control. All right, here's the first batch of tools. Number 1, the most basic but powerful, ask more questions. Seriously, it's your best friend for getting clear. 2, really practice active listening. Show them you're locked in. 3, this one's a lifesaver. Reframe and repeat back what you heard. Something like, okay, so what I'm hearing is... 4, learn how to politely interrupt. This is absolutely key if you've got a waffler. And 5, give them positive feedback. When they do communicate well, say so. Okay, moving on to the next 5. Number 6 is a total game changer, and we'll come back to it. Ask for regular one-on-ones. 7, always follow up in writing. A quick email to confirm instructions creates a super helpful paper trail. 8, adapt to their style. Are they a Slack person, an email person, a face-to-face person? Meet them where they are. 9, broaden your network. Talk to your colleagues and piece the puzzle together. And finally, number 10, be honest. If you can do it tactfully, sometimes you can just address the problem head on. Now, I really want to double click on number 6 for a second because this one can change everything. When you schedule a recurring meeting, even if it's just for 15 minutes a week, you are literally forcing communication onto the calendar. You're creating a protected time where you have their full attention. It's your guaranteed chance to get the clarity you need to do your job well. So let's pull all of this together. The big theme here, the main takeaway, is about shifting your mindset from passive frustration to active problem solving. You now have real tools you can use to change this dynamic and, well, take control of the conversation. And please, remember, this isn't just about making your day-to-day less annoying. This is about your future. When you don't get clear direction or feedback, your professional growth can just stall out. Taking charge of this situation is a direct investment in your own career path. So you have 10 different strategies in your toolkit now. You don't have to do all of them tomorrow. The most important thing is just to start. Just pick one. So looking at this list, what's it going to be? Which one of these strategies are you going to try first?